Good morning, everybody. How are you? Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself, Shubhrasad sir, from Shubhraj Singh Children Academy. Students, today that is on 12th September 2020, in our 12th Business Studies lecture, as we have already started our chapter number 7, directing. Students, in this chapter, directing, in the last lecture, we had discussed about leadership. The concept of leadership was discussed. Definition of leadership was discussed in the last lecture, as well as I had covered in the last lecture the features of leadership. I hope all of you must have watched that my lecture video. Students, in today's lecture, or we can say in today's video, our today's topic is communication. Communication. We will discuss today, first of all, the concept of communication, then definition of communication, and afterwards we will learn the features of communication. So without wasting our time, let's start the meaning of communication or the concept of communication. Concept of communication. Dear student, communication, this concept you have already learned. Yes, you have already learned when you were in schools. So it was taught you, it was explained to you, and once again over here in 12th standard, in chapter number 7, directing, once again we are going to discuss the concept of communication, that is meaning of communication. Communication means transfer. Communication means transfer. Transfer or exchange. Communication means transfer or exchange of information, ideas, thoughts, opinions, views, knowledge, etc. from one person to another person. That is called as communication. Right now, if you ask me example, so right now what I am doing? I am communicating to you whatever information I am having, I am sharing with you. So this is the meaning of communication, that communication means nothing but exchange. Either you say exchange, or you can say transfer, or you can say share. Exchanging, transferring, sharing of what? Of ideas, of information, of thought, of views from one person to another person. It is called as communication. Very simple meaning. Are you able to understand the meaning of communication? Yes, everybody? So very simple meaning of communication. Let's discuss the definition of communication according to Keith Davis. Communication is the process of passing information. Dear students, now definition. Definition given by Keith Davis. Keith Davis says that communication is the process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. यही तो मैं आपको बता रहा था इतनी देर से हम यही चर्चा कर रहे थे ना, कि कम्युनिकेशन मीन्स शेयरिंग, एक्सचेंजिंग, ट्रांसफरिंग. तो मैं जिसको अभी तक शेयरिंग बोल रहा था, ट्रांसफरिंग बोल रहा था, एक्सचेंज बोल रहा था, उसी को हमारे जो एक्सपर्ट हैं, मैनेजमेंट के एक्सपर्ट कीथ डेविस, उन्होंने अपना डेफिनेशन में, उनका स्टेटमेंट में, जो द स्टेटमेंट विच वाज given by Keith Davis, instead of using the word exchange or share, he has used word, what is that? Communication is the process of passing. This word he has used, the process of passing. What passing? Information and understanding from one person to another person. Keith Davis says that communication is nothing but passing of information from one person to another person. It is called as communication. Agreed? Satisfied with this much explanation? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Dear students, we discussed the meaning of communication. We discussed the definition of the communication, and now I am going to discuss with you people, with your kind cooperation, that is features of communication. As I say always, जैसा कि मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि मीनिंग या डेफिनेशन में अगर कोई चीज़ हमें समझ में नहीं आती है तो देर आर एवरी चांसेस कि हम जब फीचर्स लर्न करेंगे तो फीचर्स में वो चीज़ डेफिनेटली कवर हो ही जाती है जो अभी तक मीनिंग या डेफिनेशन में कवर नहीं हुआ था. सो आई होप, जैसे कि मैंने अभी मीनिंग एक्सप्लेन किया, डेफिनेशन एक्सप्लेन किया, तो अगर फिर भी आपके कुछ डाउट होंगे, दिमाग में कुछ क्वेरी होगा, आई एम श्योर 100% कि वो फीचर्स में कवर हो जाएगा. डेफिनेटली द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, द फर्स्ट फीचर विच we are going to discuss is two or more persons. So simple point. Number one is two or more, two or more persons. I don't think that after explaining the concept of communication and definition, still you want me to explain this first feature, that is two or more persons. Yes? Okay. Then also I am going to repeat it. What I told you earlier, that communication means passing, the passing word. Just now Keith Davis has given to us in his statement, in his definition. So I am using the same word, passing. Communication means passing of information from one person to another. And earlier I told you that communication is sharing or exchanging or transferring the information, the knowledge, the ideas, the thoughts with one person to another person. It is called as communication. So same thing is covered under the heading that two or more person. Means what? Whenever communication take place, at that time minimum two persons are required. Minimum two persons. I am saying minimum. Means what? Actually, this is also called as coding and decoding. In your textbook, these words may not have been used, but listen it what I am saying. Coding and decoding. Actually right now when I am talking to you, so I am encoding. Means I am telling you, I am talking to you and you are receiving me, means you are listening to me. It means what? You are decoding it. So to communicate, minimum two persons are required. Maximum it can be anything at large. Yes or no? The example is that of maximum. Whenever any leader deliver his speech in a rally or in a gathering of the people, at that time we have seen that in front of him thousands of people are there to listen him. To listen to him, there are thousands of persons. Yes or no? So, two or more persons. For what? For communication. Exchange of ideas. Exchange of ideas. It is your second feature. Exchange. Exchange of ideas. This also I covered while explaining the concept of communication and definition. In this I have already covered. Just now I told you that it is exchange of thoughts, ideas, opinions, views from one person to another person. Means what? There must be exchange. What is key word over here? what you are needed to concentrate in this point, that there must be exchange. If it's not being exchanged, if it is not being transferred, if it is not being passed from one person to another, then it cannot be called as communication. Then it will not be called as communication. See, for example, I am having some information. But I did not share that information with anybody. I possess that information, but I did not share it with anybody. I did not exchange it with anybody. So my question, very simple question to all of you: will you call it communication? Yes, dear. Will you call it communication? No. It will not be called communication, because I did not exchange, I did not pass on, I did not pass on that information with anybody. So, it is exchange, it is transfer, it is a process of transferring information, exchanging information of ideas, exchanging ideas from one person to another person. Mutual understanding. It is a next feature is mutual. Mutual understanding. Mutual understanding. Mr. A, example I am giving you, Mr. A is communicating to Mr. B. Mr. A has certain information and he is communicating, means he is transferring, he is sharing, he is exchanging that information with Mr. B. So, in a manner or with which feeling Mr. A is sharing with Mr. B, then Mr. B also should receive it in the same way. Mr. B is also should receive it in the same way. That is called as mutual understanding. Mutual understanding means the receiver should receive with same spirit with which it is being transferred. Receive with same spirit through which it is being exchanged, it is being transferred. This is called mutual understanding. Communication. In the process of communication, it is more important to understand. In the process of communication, it is more important to understand rather than to carry it out. So, there should be mutual understanding. Means what? Say, for example, I am delivering my lecture, I am explaining you, I am giving explanation, I am delivering my lecture. So, you should also understand it. with same spirit with which I am delivering you, I am exchanging with you. There should be mutual understanding. So like this, we discussed three features. First, we discussed two or more persons. Then we discussed exchange of ideas. Then just now we discussed mutual understanding. And now the next feature which we are going to discuss is continuous process. Continuous process. Agreed or not? Next feature is continuous process. It is continuous process. My dear student, think about yourself. Have you communicated with somebody only once in your life? After that, you did not communicate it to anybody in your life? No, not like this. We communicate daily in our life. So many times we communicate, so many times we talk, we call, we WhatsApp. Yes or no? We comment. It is continuous process. People communicate with their friends, relatives, or with other persons whenever it is required, whenever it is needed. Many a times without need also people talk to each other just for time pass. Continuous process. Anyway, I am trying to link this point with our management. As we know that management is a continuous process, it is a perpetual succession. Goal. The common goal. We know that when one goal is when one goal is achieved, after achieving one goal, the next goal is set. So when the next goal will be set, so for that, for achieving that goal, once again communication will be required. Yes or no? So what is conclusion? Conclusion is that it is continuous process. And the last feature which we are going to discuss is use of words as well as symbols. Use of words as well as symbols. This feature can be said like this, that there are different means of communication. Different means of communication. Oral communication, written communication. Apart from oral as well as written communication, there are other ways also to communicate. Through gestures we communicate. Yes or no? Through gestures. Say for example, I did not speak, but I gave you gesture like this. What does this mean? This means that silence. Yes or no? I did not speak anything, but I gave you gesture like this, means what? I will beat you. Yes or no? I did not speak, but I said like this. Gestures, इशारे में बात करना, इशारा. Yes or no? Even communication can be with signs and signals, symbols. Yes or no? ऐसा एरो दिखाई दे रहा है. So what does this arrow communicating? This arrow is communicating that this way. Or what does this sign is communicating? This sign is communicating that is wrong, गलत है. बहुत बार आपने देखा होगा ऐसा एक खोपड़ी रहती है, खोपड़ी बनी हुई. पिक्चर की बात कर रहा हूँ. पिक्चर में खोपड़ी है, नीचे से क्रॉस में 2 हड्डी है. तो वो खोपड़ी और वो 2 हड्डी क्या बता रहा है? डेंजर, खतरा. Many a times such type of picture you can see on that electronic equipments that don't touch it. High voltage. Yes or no? So, through symbols also, through sign also, through pictures also, through gestures also, that communication can take place. These are different means of communication. So dear student, now I am going to conclude my lecture. As today I started with our next topic, communication, and in this first we discussed the concept of communication, then we discussed the definition of communication, and right now we finished the features of communication. The first feature which we cover, that is 2 or more persons. Second one, exchange of ideas. Third one, mutual understanding. Fourth one, continuous process. And fifth one, which I have not written over here, just now we discussed that communication can take place, that is a use of words as well as symbols, signs, gestures, जिसको मैंने एक अदर हेडिंग आपको बताया. That heading can be like this, different means of communication or means of communication. So I hope that now you have understood it, the communication as well as definition, meaning definition as well as features of definition. So that's all for the day. Thank you very much for kind cooperation. Enjoy yourself.